Hello, everybody. Well, today is day 2 for me, and several people started yesterday or the day before, or will be starting today, and so we're all doing this thing together. This is a short mini, and this will be a nice little way for some people who have been thinking about doing a Mary's Mini, and you thought that maybe 10 days might be a little bit long. This is a nice little way to get your feet wet and see how it does for you. I was so happy when yesterday came. Oh my goodness, I was so happy. Over my 4 days off, I didn't do so well. That's all the detail I'm going to go into. And so I ended up gaining back 3 pounds, which for me is not bad, because a lot of times when I engage in foolishness during my 4 days off, I gain as much as 9-12 pounds. I gain weight seriously fast, and then I have to spend a long time re-losing, the results of 1 or 2 meals. And, I say to myself, this is just so unfair, but this is my life and this is who I am. So, we have to know ourselves, we have to know our reactions, and we have to accept the repercussions of the things that we do and move on, and so I didn't gain 9 or 10 or 12 pounds, I gained 3. And so having lost about, right at 6 last time, I'm still going in the right direction, and that's what makes me happy. Yesterday was an awesome day. Awesome, because I was able to say it. I had no other choices, is this my starch? And if it's not my starch, then we're not even going to talk about it. But is this my starch? And are what I'm about to eat all non-starchy vegetables? If they're not, you can't have it, If they're not, you can't have it. And so if what you're planning to eat is not your starch or your non-starchy vegetable, then you cannot have it. And so the Mary's Mini has it's shown exactly what it's doing for me. It's giving me limited choices. And right now I'm on a diet. I'm losing weight. I'm not, a Mary's Mini is not one of those things that, I'm whatever the case may, its purpose is to help you lose weight. That's its purpose. And so I like what it's doing. I like what it's doing for me. I do enjoy my 4 days off when my head is on straight. And I eat my ferment foods and, my beans, my nuts, my seeds, and, my berries and, that sort of thing. And so, but it's, this keeps me focused. This keeps me focused. It keeps me seriously focused. Still can't cook. I tried again yesterday. I'm just gonna go with my basics. So for those of you who say I can't cook, I don't know how to cook, and you're wondering, well, how can you do this? Very simply, I make a whole Instant Pot full of potatoes. Whenever I run out, I keep my Instant Pot potatoes in my refrigerator. And so when I get ready for work, I grab 5 of them, about medium size. And then I grab a freezer bag or 2. Sometimes I'll get 2 if it's going to be a long day, if I have class or something like that. And if it's a long day like that, I'll grab 6 potatoes. And the frozen broccoli. I'll grab a bag of frozen broccoli, and then throw it in my lunch bag, and that's what I eat on. I eat hot sauce, of course, and so they're both flavored with hot sauce, and that's what I've been eating on. So the pictures are not fabulous. I haven't even had any fries. I've just been, because then I'll get it. Well, I did. I had some fries. It wasn't fries, hash browns, yesterday morning, and And so, yep, it hasn't been much. And my steamer is handy. Those little bitty steamers, it's like you plug it in and it's standalone, and it's sometimes, mine has 2 tiers, so I can put my potatoes on one tier and my veggies on the other if I don't want to mix them. Just throw those in there and steam them. The veggies right out of the freezer. It cooks green beans really nicely too. It's not like my green beans and potatoes, like, smothered together and all that kind of stuff. But it's a quick, healthful, healthy, and tasty meal. Especially if you put some onions in there and peppers. That it's and if you can tolerate celery. Celery's good in everything. Celery is just good in everything, but I'm allergic to it, so I can't have celery in my cooking. And in Louisiana, we put the Trinity in everything. That's what we call it, right? Onions, bell pepper, and celery. We put that little mixture in everything, and so I just have the onions and the bell pepper, which but celery also helps to give you a little bit of a salty taste. It's a nice little salt, not really salt substitute, but it has a little bit of a salty taste, so it's kind of nice. There's one thing that I usually put in all of my sauces and beans. And so this is one of my little secrets here. If you don't do it already, anytime you make a sauce, beans, soups, stews, anything, you throw in some bay leaves. Don't leave out the bay leaves, because bay leaves give your food this nice little, southern flavor. I really, really like my bay leaves. Well, I'll be back on later on this week during the challenge. Let me see. Today is day 2 of the challenge, so I'll come back on I'll come back on day 5. Day 4, because what I want to do the day afterwards is give a results video. But I'm back on track, guys, and y'all tell me how y'all are doing. If you're in the middle of a mini, regardless of when you started or where you ended, let's lose this weight. Oh, you know what? I do have one more thing I want to talk to y'all about. I found out that there is a conference coming up in California, no less, where people who are not in the medical profession can become instructors. Teaching a program led by Dr. Barnard. It's called Food for Life, and it's a curriculum. It's a curriculum that they have. The Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. They're internationally renowned company, extremely respected nonprofit. And so they have this component where they teach people how to conduct classes on a variety of topics. One of the topics has to do with type 2 diabetes. The whole course is on nothing but type 2 diabetes. There's another one on weight loss, which is the very first one I want to make sure that I can include and continue with my credentials in, because that's my area of expertise, is helping people and talking with people and living through the life of weight loss. And so that's the area I want to concentrate on, is to help people lose weight and get healthy. Those two things, lose weight, get healthy. They have to go hand in hand, because you can lose weight doing a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be healthy in the process. There are lots of little situations out there that can help you to be successful with losing weight. But my concern is the health component as well. So there's a workshop in the end of February in California, Los Angeles. And once you're finished, you will become an instructor for a physician's committee. And so you can set up classes where, in your particular locale, they teach you how to, begin this process in your area. And right now, there are no classes being offered in Georgia. I looked up the database, and there are none. So, this just sounds so exciting. So, that's something I'm about to start working toward being able to do, so that I can become a national an instructor here in Georgia. On the particular curriculum that the Physicians Committee has put together with, their doctors and dietitians, and all plant-based. And, so this is just the most exciting thing. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And my toe, I think I was able to put on a larger pair of shoes briefly with a couple of pairs of socks, and it wasn't too horrible. They were sneakers. Sorry about that. That was my alarm that just went off. I woke up a little early this morning, and so when it does that, it's on my phone and it shut everything down. So I'm back just for a second. I forgot what I was just now talking about, so I'm going to go on and start getting myself ready. I woke up kind of early this morning and got some studying to do. I made an A in one of my classes. Yay! Finished up with all that coursework. And so this other one is eating kind of my lunch. These days is hard. This is hard going back to school, I tell you. Or should I say continuing? I've never really quit. All right, people. Well, listen, y'all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll be on in a couple of days. Bye-bye.